head coach from Pasadena Poly, please come to the finish line. Finish our friends there at Finish Results. Get your their bibs. Pasadena Poly, head coach, please report to the finish line with Finish Results to get your bibs.
Check, 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 1 2 1 2. Check, 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 1 2 1 2.
So in love with you. You got me down again.
Minutes away from Division I girls taking off here and 7 spots on the line. Top 17 will get an invitation on to Fresno next week to compete at Woodward Park in the Division I California State Meet. The top spots here will try and take on number 1 Buchanan High School, Buchanan number 1, not just in Division I but overall in the state of California. And top 5 individuals not on qualifying teams. Finish in the top 20. Going on next weekend. So Division I girls 5 minutes away. And we invite all of you to go on to HD Runners, go on to YouTube. Help with HD Runners. CIF Cross Country 7-section final. And you will find that right there. HD Runners do a phenomenal job. And of course, all of you guys that have finished results on your smartphones, you're going to be able to get splits. Of course, we'll be able to get HD Runners giving us a live view of the race itself, so we'll be able to kind of take you through this whole journey here at Mt SAC. 3 miles, 3-mile course here at Mt SAC. Obviously, we're looking to see several girls here last week. Riley Blade coming off with 16:47. Holly Barker went 17:11. Raylan Combs, Santiago, she went 17:20. Was very comfortable in doing so here as she won the Mt SAC Invitational here last month.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Baby, you're my light. Baby, you're my light. Baby, you're my light. Baby, you're my light.
And our young ladies right now on the starting line. And there we go. They're kicking off the 2024 Southern Section Ford CIF Cross Country Champions. And as expected, Riley Blade out real quick here in those first 50 meters. Erica Kirk of Vista Murrieta, she was 10th a year ago. The senior having a great season again. Phoebe Beenan of Santa Monica also out very well, but going into the first of two revolutions there in Valley Loop. And Blade, our new course record holder a week ago, 16:47. She was your 2022 California State champion in the 3,200 meters. And, of course, laid down the gauntlet there when she went 15:20 at the Woodbridge Invitational earlier this season. She also went 16:32 at the Clovis Invite, and again, not sitting back whatsoever. And Blade already opening about a 10-meter lead here over the first 400 meters.
Claudia Lane-esque. Venom, Kurt, Bayless.
Is that Bayless
Bayless and Barker. There's Combe coming up.
So right now, already a chase pack here with Kirk right to the front of that, but Holly Barker, Bayless of Trabuco Hills, Combe of Santiago now moving up to the front of that chase group, and Beenan, she was 7th a year ago, the junior from Santa Monica High School.
Is it up on the screen? Can you tell? I mean, are they showing it?
It is. It is.
Oh, that's right, huh? That's it. Then. Oh, good. Oh, there you go.
So our friends from HD Runners absolutely killing it here with this extreme fog. We're able to get a ringside seat here, so to speak, with HD Runners providing the coverage here. But Blade continuing to be right in front of that very talented group. Again, we're looking about having 7 or 8 girls go under 18 minutes here on the course. Blade, your defending champion. I say 17, 18.
You said 18, yeah, but don't. You mean 17, right? Yeah. All right, so where's Boo? Let's get an 800 split. This could be epic.
Right now she's at 220.
Home is pushing that.
Yeah.
Oh! Just when you thought like, oh.
So Braylon Cohn continuing to push that pace there with that chase pack with Holly Barker and Bayless. Again, that team battle, that's what you got to watch here. We have it coming down to single digits between Santiago and Trabuco Hills. Crum also in that front group as well with Charlotte Hopkins of Arcadia. Alfred of Rancho Cucamonga.
In second place, 1617, followed by 1402, 1618, 1562.
234 for 800 meters. And this is Riley Blade, arguably the greatest runner in California State prep history.
What? Arguably.
That was crazy.
No.
I'm filling up for
1541. Oh my God.
I'm taking like the course.
Oh. I hope there's a whole bunch of people going, what?
I said arguably.
Yeah, but who's arguing with you on your side? All right, Barker's leading.
As I'm there.
You're not gonna live that down for a while.
And that chase group there, Barker, and actually starting to cut down just a little bit there. They're not letting Blade go just yet right now. We're about 1,200 meters in. Second of 2 valley loops.
Santiago, Trabuco. There you go. All right.
So as expected, Santiago and Trabuco right now occupying those 4 spots up front with Blade, your CIF defending champion. Continue to push the pace right now, but Barker and Bayless now trying to leave that chase group and go after Blade.
Got on that down real quick.
God, look at that big race behind him.
Leaders on our way to the mile mark. Bib number 1400. Second place is 1617, followed by 1402, 1618, 1562.
So it's those 4, and then from,
168.
Okay.
and I don't think Venom's in there anymore. Oh, Alfred.
Yeah. So in that chase group, again, we also got individual spots there. Nicole Alfred moving up there. Great crowd. Let them hear it. Provide that energy for this group. This is going to be one of the fastest races other in Southern Section history. And our leader coming through, Miss Riley Blade, the senior, Florida State bound from Santiago High School, coming through. Did we get a split? At 5:24, 5:24. And now that team battle coming into light there. Trabuco and Santiago trying to put as many girls as they can in that top 20. Skylar's the key. She was So Riley Blade 5:22.9. Holly Barker coming through at 5:28. Combe 5:29. Bayless at 5:29. And the team score right now, not much separating as expected, as advertised. Trabuco Hills and Santiago, almost mirrored images of each other thus far, with King High School right now out early in third place, Great Oak in fourth, San Clemente and Long Beach Wilson occupying fifth and sixth, with Vista Murrieta seventh. Maricosta and Crescenta Valley all looking to move up, along with Arcadia. They're ranked in the top 5. And right now packing up through that first mile, but Blade coming through under 5:23. And 51 girls under 6 minutes for that first mile. And Trabuco only a 4-point advantage. And now Holly Barker making a move at the top of switchbacks. So Barker and Blade, Trabuco and Santiago.
They've all moved up, though. What's that? Oh, it is. Okay. It's Barker and Riley.
So Barker is now rolled up on the hip of Blade.
They made that joke last year at Clovis Invite, and I was listening to it on the car radio, I had it.
So Barker made a move, and now right up there with Blade. Blade now responding, answering back, making that U-turn behind the stadium. Slight incline here before that big long haul down below the stadium. But Millie Bayless, he was 13th a year ago, much improved there from Trabuco Hills. She is right there in the shadow of Barker and Blade. Combe trying to keep up pace there with the two Mustangs. But this is living up to everything we had on paper here. Trabuco with only a 4-point advantage over Santiago at the mile mark. Martin Luther King at 147, Great Oak at 190, San Clemente at 201, Long Beach Wilson 207, and Vista Murrieta 213. They were your top 7 at the mile mark. Yep.
I have Santiago going 1:3:10.
And now it's 1-4, but we'll do it shot at the crossover.
Oh, you can see.
Coming down airstrip.
So Blade now legging it out here. Great cadence, and now moving into about a 10-meter lead just ahead of Barker and Bayless of Trabuco. And Millie Bales just ahead of Barker there, but at the crossover, Riley Blade, great crowd out there. Let these girls hear it.
That could be the point.
Megan Crum in 5th place. Sophie Guilfoyle of Trabuco in there, Erica Kirk of Vista Murrieta, and now that grind up the saddle. Blade, Bales, Barker. And Carol Dye, much improved 10th grader from San Juan Hills, also throwing her hat in the ring to try to qualify as an individual. Remember, to qualify as an individual, not on an advancing team, and one of the 5 runners. But, man, we got ourselves a race.
Number 5 for both teams, dead even at the crossover.
And both number 5 runners, Santiago and Trabuco Hills, right next to each other at the crossover. We knew this was going to be a barn burner, and right now, Trabuco and Santiago push each other all the way right now as they're now at the top of the saddle. Riley Blade about to make that right turn and go behind Reservoir. But we thought early on Blade was going to run away with this one solo, but Barker and Bales or Trabuco with different plans, and right now maintaining about a 10-meter distance there from Blade.
You see that okay?
Yeah, we're good. That's perfect. I almost forget. Well, I can't really see this now.
Not now. Come in here.
Dude, give Barker and Bales credit here.
Oh, I know, they're hanging tough.
I thought they would be
It's
just
gonna
like,
be
you know what?
going
Let's
up
just
Reservoir. They're gonna have to beat her. they're gonna have to be ahead of her at the
They
top.
close on her every hill.
Uh-huh. And there are no more hills after that.
They
so.
gotta get her there, or there's
Is
no
there not
getting.
the hill at the end of the gauntlet anymore?
Well, there
Well,
But okay, I understand. What?
That's because you've been in Ireland.
And Barker right there in the shadow of Blade, and they come through the 2 mile. We're going to really get an idea here of how close this team battle is up front. And, of course, 7 spots onto the California State meet, of course. But those two coming across at 11:11 for the 2 mile. Holly Barker at 11:12, Bales at 11:13. They've opened a 10-second gap there on Braylon Combe of Santiago at 11:23. So both teams tied after 2 runners up front. And Megan Crum now 11:40. She was 6th a year ago, and right now 5th with less than a mile. And Tribuco, Sophie Guilfoyle, and that 6th spot, 11:46. Erica Kirk. And now Anna DeSormo, she made a big move there over that mile. She moved up from 16th up to 9th. He's ahead of Audrey Buckley of Santiago. So right now, Tribuco putting 4 in front of Santiago's 3.
Is it too foggy? Yeah, because you could see them coming.
Yeah, we watched them. Is there, okay, over the top. Barker's, oh man, they're pushing it.
And Tribuco with a 5 across.
Barker's taking the lead.
Skylar Watts, that 5th score there for Tribuco. Now Barker making another move. She keeps on responding. And keep on churning right now. This is Holly Barker. She has moved into the lead. Riley Blade, though. Millie Bales right there keying off her roommate or her teammates.
I'm getting too excited.
And the Mustangs now moving into 1-2. And Holly Barker, Millie Bales, and don't forget Riley Blade. Riley with that 10 flat leg speed for 3,200 meters. And they're going down the saddle. They're going down Reservoir right now, right about to go into the saddle there. But Holly Barker, she made 3 big moves in this race, all on the uphills. And at that 2 mile mark, Tribuco opens up a 22-point advantage over Santiago. Check that 25-point advantage. Again, the scores continuing to change here. Martin Luther King in 3rd. Maricosta, they've moved up to 4th place at the 2 mile. Arcadia has moved up to 5th place at the 2 mile. Great Oak in 6th. San Clemente in 7th. And Crescenta Valley trying to get in there. Crescenta Valley trying to make up 6-point advantage there. Or 6-point deficit over San Clemente. Now Riley Blade coming on back as they go onto the airstrip. Barker and Blade, Tribuco and Santiago. And Millie Bayless not going anywhere. She's right in the conversation.
Well, she was like number 2 or number 3 most of the year. I think she was having some iron stuff going on.
And they're going past the starting line right now. Remember, it's not just the gauntlet. You got 350 meters on the track. But Holly Barker making that last turn, and Millie Bayless continuing to be right there with Riley Blade. And Braylon Combe with 1,600 meter leg speed. She'll be trying to put that on display here over the last 600 meters. But right now, Barker, Blade, Bayless with another move. Now moves into 2nd. Tribuco sensing this. They have a 25-point advantage with less than a mile to go. But coming on the track, Holly Barker, she's at 15:25, 15:27. Let them hear it, folks. 16:49 is the course record, and Barker onto the track at 15:36 with Bales.
Bayless in 2nd.
Oh, that. Holly Barker with 250 meters to go. It's hard to see her right there in the thickness of the fog, but Trabuco Hills right now eyeing their first Division I title, and with 200 meters to go, Barker is feeling it. 16:04, 16:05. Millie Bayless also putting on a clinic as well with 150 to go. I know. 16:20. 16:49 is what Riley Blade ran a week ago, but right now, Holly Barker dropping the mic. Trabuco Hills. And if everything stays the way it is, Barker's going to turn around and be very happy, but she's going to be your new course record holder at 16:40 and a CIF championship. Millie Bayless, 16:46. Woo! Riley Blade, 16:50. Braylon Combe, the junior out of Santiago High School. She's going to have a new PR on this course as well. She'll be under 17:10. And Megan Crum going to make it back to the state meet as an individual. She was 6th a year ago. Looks like she's going to be 5th here in 2024. Guilfoyle of Trabuco feeling it. And DeSormo. Trabuco with 4 in the top 10. Who's that? Is that Dive? San Juan Hills. Kirk of Vista Marietta. Nicole Alfred with a late rush. I'm not getting any finish, though.
This is 3 for.
I have nothing to the finish.
Who didn't get the finish? Or not getting the finish?
No, I don't know why. Oh, that was Kate McKinney.
Oh, there you go.
Why are we...
Well, we can keep an eye on it. It's the 2 on TV. Do we have a 5 yet?
There we go. No, I still got no finish.
5 and 6 for
So Trabuco Hills, they came in ranked number 1 and lived up to the billing with their best race of the season. People. And it's still only 18:30. Williams and Skylar Watts, they're going to close that one out. Trabuco with their 5th across. Holly Barker, 16:40.7. Millie Bayless, 16:45.6. Riley Blade, 16:50.5. Carol Dye with a race there of her life there. She is going to move on as an individual to the California State meet. Megan Crum of Temesco Canyon. Santiago now with their 5th across. Nicole Alfred, she will move on as an individual to the California State meet as well. Right now, looking for that 3rd squad, but Trabuco Hills, they are going to be your Division I 2024 cross-country champions, 87:24. They just ran 3 minutes faster than they did last week. 87:24 for the young ladies from Trabuco Hills. Shattering their own team record from a week ago by over 3 minutes. Maricosta, they're now with their 5th. It'll go up. And great load now with their 5th across. Sam Clementi with their 5th. Palm Beach Wilson.
What was going through your mind?
From the Bruins, their first time here since 2000.
Talk a little bit about that.
And now trying to punch it into the state meet. Vista Marietta also in the conversation along with Redondo in Santa Monica.
But ski in shorter distance, so I think in my mind, seeing them ahead of me didn't really freak me out too much. It was more.
And for Center Valley, now leapfrogging their way all the way up to 4th place. A huge last mile there with Martin Luther King. So again, these scores are unofficial, fluid as they continue to change.
What about your second
Right now,
mile? What was the game plan going into the second mile?
So second mile, I think definitely had my eye on just grinding it out super, super tough and getting through it. I think, because what I learned from racing this course last week was pay attention to that second mile, and it's better to use all that energy up switchbacks and down than in that first mile.
So on top of Reservoir is when you kind of made your final move for the rest of the race. What was the thinking and the planning behind that move?
Honestly, I wanted revenge on Hills this season. I think with the whole Iron thing I had going on before started, I think I could just not run Hills for the life of me for the past few months. So I think going into a race like this, it's like I was telling myself, you got this, if you can run the hills, feeling like how you did 2 months ago, you can run it 100%, and you can run it fast.
Can you tell us about those big moves that you made? I mean, up the hill, down the hill. I mean, okay, yes, okay, sorry. So coming out of this, you guys like destroyed it.
In the 3 mile.
You guys, like, what was the finish like? Like, you were there, clear.
Oh my gosh, I have dreamt about winning a race like this for a long time. I think I've always been against top-notch competition, and most respect to those athletes up there with me. And I think to actually win something like this meant a lot. Because I was just crossing that line and I was like, is there someone like right next to me? I swear, like someone just out-leaned me, someone's behind me. I don't really know what to do, but it was great.
Was it like surreal when you were like coming up behind Riley, like I got this, like what was that feeling like?
Yeah, I think in my mind, I try not to think about who I'm going against. I try to think about, they're a runner just like me. They're also a teenage girl. They're trying to get through, they're trying to get up this hill just like I am. And I don't know what her race plan was. I don't know what she was planning on making moves. Maybe she was going to pass me right after past her, who knows. So I think just coming up behind her, just don't let my guard down. Race like she's right next to me.
We visited you in the beginning of the season, and you were kind of having some issues. I mean, energy stuff like that. But now you're here. You know, like talk about your journey, like this year, and like having faith or whatever it is. Like
I have learned so much this year, more than I ever had in the sport. I think I always told people, like, you know, if you can't love this sport, if you're not good at it, sport's not for you. And it wasn't until this season where I actually had to race against my own advice, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get it now. I kind of get the purpose of why I run. It wasn't just because you don't run because you're good at it, you run because of what it makes you feel like, what it gives you. And I think having that rough start to my season just helped me get such a better mental edge on the sport.
Anyone that you want to thank for this race and just for the season?
So Division 2 right now, the second of 2 Valley Loops here, Division 2 girls. A lot of talent. We like what you saw in Division 1. Keep it going right now, because Division 2 arguably could be a little deeper when it comes to the top 10 spots there. Right now, Sadie Eaglehart, your Division 2 two-time defending champ, Mackenzie Forrest and Amber Daisy of Tesoro right on her outside shoulder, along with Lieberman of Marietta Valley up there as well.
And I think just watching her excel, well, I wasn't able to, was just able to, it was like watching myself in a different way. It was kind of like, look at her go, look at her do this, I can do this too. And it kind of just made me get a different perspective.
Excellent. Holly Barker, thank you so much for this, your D1 champ. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's take it back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Holly, you got time for one more question?
Isla Bulmer and Grace Smith, two very talented young ladies from Claremont, also in that front pack. So right now, taking it a little more conservative than what we saw in that first race, but what a race that was. Alo Curtis of Ventura right towards the front. So Ventura coming into the action, ranked number 1. Your Chargers of El Toro ranked number 2. Tesoro also looking to make their way to the California State meet next weekend. Of course, with Daisy and Forrest up front, they're projected for top 5 finishes. But Sadie Eaglehart controlling the action, as expected, in this Division 2 girls race. Daisy, Englehart, Curtis, Forrest, Bulmer, Grant, Natalie Condi of Norco trying to advance as an individual. But when it comes to 5 runners across, Claremont and El Toro, Ventura and Tesoro, not much separating those 4 squads there coming through the mile mark. They came through at 5:40. 5:40 is a little more conservative than what we saw in that earlier race. But Claremont, slight advantage there over El Toro. So as expected, Sadie Englehart making her move there on switchbacks. But now picking up the pace, of course, your Division II two-time champion. She set the new Woodward Park course record of 16:24 at the Clovis Invite last month. But Sadie Englehart, the senior out of Ventura, Keaton Robar has now moved up on the shoulder of Englehart. Right now, very comfortable here with Englehart and Robar up front. Newport Harbor coming with Robar and McCullough. And right now, Lieberman right there at the front of that pack with Forrest and Daisy, along with Bulmer of Claremont. And at the mile mark, we have scores here. Claremont with an 8-point advantage over Ventura. Ventura 3 points ahead of El Toro, and Tesoro only 11 points behind El Toro. So those 4 kind of broken away at the mile mark. Woodbridge, Marietta Valley, Newport Harbor, and Lucerna, your next 4. Alo Curtis and Gwyneth Williams of El Toro now putting her group up there. Right now, Englehart now making a move, taking that right turn. She'll be going up the saddle. So now Sadie Engelhardt, as the sun's starting to come out, she's starting to open up that lead as she goes to the back of a reservoir. Engelhardt, well, Ventura continuing to move ahead, not really picking up the pace. It's just the group not able to keep up with her. Again, her resume unmatched in California history. Sadie Engelhardt of Ventura. Engelhardt comfortably right now. Continue to check her watch, see where she's at the 2 mile mark. Speaking of which, she's at 11:44. 11:44 at the 2 mile. And Robar 11:52. So we suspect this to be picking up a little bit here. A lot of these girls with incredible track speed, and everything's very much congested. So that team situation going to be very close right now at the 2 mile mark, with Robar coming through at 11:52, Forrest 11:52, Lieberman 11:52. Everybody in it right now. Ariel Avena of Murrieta Valley at 12:03 in that 10th spot. So keep track of these team scores here at the 2 mile. But with less than a mile to go, with so many of these young ladies with great resumes on the track, we expect this thing to get hot here over the last mile, and we'll see how it all comes down. But right now, that battle between El Toro and Ventura, right now, Ventura with just a 2-point advantage. Again, this will change just a little bit here as more teams come across that 2 mile mark. But right now, Ventura and El Toro back and forth here at the 2 mile with Claremont and Tesoro right there. Now Saugus moving up into 5th place. Saugus led by Lucia Pearson, and she's looking for a top 10 spot herself. Now Woodbridge moving back there with their 5th score. They move up to 5th place, but right now Ventura only 2 points. Check that. El Toro, those you are keeping track online here, you can see them going back and forth right now. But El Toro with a stronger 5th runner right now, that could come into play in a big way here over these next 5 minutes. But Engelhardt is now open up an 8-second lead. She continues to open up that lead right now. So Sadie Engelhardt, legend. You just say Sadie and everybody knows exactly who you're talking about here. Our senior from Ventura, 11:44 at the 2 mile, and continuing to open up that lead. So a half mile to go here. Sadie at 14:24 onto the airstrip, taking a look around, checking her watch very comfortably here. Looking at another Division II championship. And then the big race right behind her. Everybody in it. It's Robar, Lieberman, Curtis, Daisy, Forrest. That's Grant of Newbury Park, Balmer, and McCullough of Newport. Advina of Murrieta Valley. So at the 2-mile mark, El Toro had a 4-point advantage over Ventura. Claremont, Tesoro, Marietta Valley in 5th, Woodbridge in 6th, Saugus in 7th, but Saugus with only 2-point advantage over Newport Harbor. It's all going to come down to the wire once these girls all hit the track. And that big chase group right now, that's going to be where the Division Team Championship is going to be settled. But here she is, folks, onto the track. Give her a round of applause. Queen Sadie Engelhart, Ventura High School. And Keaton Robar, Lieberman, two of the finer middle distance sprinter / distance runners you're going to see in California, but Robar now getting those wheels going. Yeah. And here she comes. Sadie Engelhart on cruise control, seemingly all throughout, but Robar trying to close that gap. But less than 100 meters to go. And Sadie Engelhart, give it up, folks, on your feet. Slay. Sadie Engelhart with another Division II individual championship, 17:32. Keaton Robar. Gwyneth Williams of El Toro. Lieberman. Daisy, Curtis, Grant, Forrest, McCullough, Bulmer, and we're only at 18 minutes. So 8 girls all together under 18 minutes with Sadie Engelhart, 17:31.9. Edvina of Marietta Valley, great race there for the young lady, 18:17. Smith from Claremont, Lucia Pearson of Saugus closing well. So right now, keep your eyes on that team race because at the 2-mile, El Toro had a 4-point advantage, but right now, Ventura, Newport are right now, after 3 scores, Ventura and Newport. But here comes El Toro. Their pack coming in. El Toro now moving to the lead after 4 scores. And against El Toro's number 5. And indeed, Gwyneth Williams with a huge last mile to take 3rd overall. The Chargers with a slight advantage right now, but Ventura looking for their 5th runner to come across. Ventura's number 4, but now Tesoro's number 5 comes across. Ventura with 4, Marietta Valley with 4.
Nick, ready?
And Ventura with their 5th across. Right now, El Toro holding an advantage there. Only 5 points after 5 scores. Tesoro, Claremont.
I am here with the Division II winner, CIF Finals, Sadie Engelhart. Sadie, how are you feeling winning again this year?
Yeah, I feel good. This week was kind of meant to be like a harder training week, so I knew this was going to be harder than I expected just because I had already done 2 workouts that are kind of geared more for NXN. But yeah, I just wanted to keep like a consistent effort and mainly just get the number 1
advantage there. El Toro and Ventura.
Yeah, on the course, my coach said I could kind of pick it up the last 800. So
those are your top 6 right now.
Awesome. So let's. So what was your mentality going into this race?
Yeah, just to stay smooth. It really
just a little bit.
I wasn't. The point was not to push this race at all. So yeah, just as comfortable as I could in that first position.
Awesome. Let's describe your race a little bit. So can you describe your first mile, your second mile, and then your finish?
Yeah, my first mile, I was sort of just with the pack, and then kind of after switchbacks.
Again, these scores being fluid and
I don't know, I just felt super
but
fluid.
right now, El Toro
I just wanted to keep the tempo and kind of stop engaging off of other people, so I just did my own thing. And then, yeah, going into the back. I mean, it feels like the course feels shorter just because they took out move out, but
Woodbridge
yeah, overall, just wanted to stay smooth on those last miles.
Gap
And then,
there over Newport Harbor
yeah,
for
like
that
I said,
seventh
finish,
and last spot
he let me
to
pick
the
it up.
California State meet.
Awesome. And then what's after this win? What's your mentality going into state and hopefully going into NXN?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think this is the most prepared I've been for postseason, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, like every day I've been doing, trying to put myself in the best position for NXN, whether that's going easy on an easy run or kind of pushing to work out. So I'm very excited.
And then is there anyone you'd like to thank for this season?
There from
yeah, I have a huge support system, but yeah, Josh Spiker, my coach,
as an individual.
he obviously just does so much for
Sophia
me.
Grant of Newbury Park, Marley McCullough of Newport Harbor.
If you can look in the camera and say thanks for watching HC Runners.
Thanks for watching HC Runners.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Along with Peninsula, Alexander Heibach and Jaden Skivich of Peninsula. Looks like Peninsula also going to qualify 2 girls as individually. But right now, unofficially, but we can proudly say that this is the first time ever that the El Toro Chargers girls team
have won a CIF title. So congratulations here, 19-point advantage there over Ventura. Tesoro in third, Claremont, Marietta Valley, Saugus, back to another California State meet, and Woodbridge.
And after 2 great races on the girls' side, now the first of the boys. This will be boys Division 1. And taking that pace out very quickly, about 2:20 at the first 800. This is Jace Deladon of Riverside Poly trying to break away from the group in the first half mile. And on the boys, in boys Division 1 now, going through 1,200 meters, Jace Deladon of Riverside Poly, about a 10-meter lead over that chase group. Looks like Dylan Jubach, the senior from Trabuco Hills, leading that pursuit. Mason Wynn of Beckman right in there. Beckman, top-ranked team in the division, top-ranked in the state in Division 1. They were 8th in the state last year and 5th in this race last year. Mt SAC Invitational Sweepstakes champions this year out well. And the boys now going to come up to the mile mark here in about 15 seconds. It's Deladon and then the group. Zavaleta now up in that group from King. King, they were heat winners last week in their qualifying heat, the Big 8 league champions the last 2 years, looking for a ticket to the state meet. Here they come through the first mile, and it's a fair right at 4:44 for the mile for Deladon. 4:45 officially through that first mile. Barbary of Redondo leading that chase group. Jubak, McCorvey of Lancaster, Burton of Crescenta Valley, Zavaleta of King, Montoya of Redondo, Wynn of Beckman, Abdallah of Tribuca Hills, and Faisonad of Miracosta. All those boys 4:50, and in fact there are 20 boys under 4:51 through the first mile. So very quick first mile here team-wise. Beckman out well. Redondo in second, then Miracosta, Great Oak, Crescenta Valley, King, and Tribuca Hills. But it's early and it's everybody. But Deladon, Jace Deladon of Riverside Poly taking it up now through the switchbacks, trying to expand upon that lead, and he has indeed opened up a bit. And now up over the top of the switchbacks, making his way down, Jace Deladon, the junior from Riverside Poly. And now just be able to be visible here on the back of the east side of the stadium. Deladon moving down. 4:15 for the mile last year in track. He was 7th in the D1 1600 final, trying to pull himself away from this very talented group. Great team battle behind him, but Deladon makes the U-turn, and he is committed to this move now. Here he goes, down behind the stadium. And Jubak and McCorvey of Lancaster. Jubak running very well from Tribuco Hills right there. They're leading the chase group. And Abdallah, that is Jubak's teammate in that group also. And trying to make that gap, trying to bridge that, the junior from King, Max Zavaleta. He's now moving up. Outstanding 3200, ran 847 is his PR, just a sophomore. And then here come the boys from Tribuco Hills, Jubak and Abdallah. They're running in 3/4. And McCorvey right behind him. So Deladon, Zabaleta, Jubak, Abdallah, and McCorvey. That's the top 5 at the crossover. Then Pavan of Loyola. And Beckman, nobody in the top 15, but all 5 of the boys in the top 25. And a new leader, looks like Deladon may have dropped out. Indeed, it's Jubak and Abdallah in those bright orange shorts for Tribuco Hills. McCorvey from Lancaster in there. Pavan from Loyola has moved all the way up and is helping to push that pace. But now it looks like McCorvey's starting to push the pace. The senior from Lancaster moving well. He was the sweepstakes Division I champion in Mt SAC this year. He ran 15:08 on this course during the Invitational, and he is starting to really push it. But Pavon now from Loyola moving up well. Pavon and McCorvey. Zavaleta tucked right in there. Abdallah and Jubak. And it's a great group here going by the 2 mile mark. All right, they go by a 10:07, and we've got a pack. McCorvey, Pavon, Zavaleta, Jubak, Abdallah, and Jacob Brown of Great Oak has joined them. So those 6, a little bit of a gap to Nahad of Valley View, Baysnod, and Desai of Miracosta in 8th and 9th, just about 6 seconds back. Montoya of Redondo rounds out the top 10. For Beckman, it's Weber, Barrera, Burton, and Horrocks moving well. And the team scoring, Beckman with about a 20-point lead over Great Oak. Great Oak starting to move. Nobody knows this better than Great Oak 7 times. They've been the California State champions. They're pushing themselves right into it. Miracosta, Redondo, Tribuco Hills, Crescenta Valley, King, and San Clemente. That's the top 8. Halfway up, Reservoir. Jacob Brown of Great Oak. Isaiah McCorvey of Lancaster and Max Zavaleta of King. Pavon hanging tough. The Tribuca Hill boys, Jubak and Abdallah, just about 10 meters back as they go over the hill, the top 6. Zavaleta now making a little bit of move. Right at 11:45 over the hill. That's with 1,000 meters to go. Zavaleta trying to open up a little bit coming down. Here comes McCorvey in second. Brown, Jubak, Abdallah, and Pavon. Those 6 still pretty close together, but it is Zavaleta using that downhill. Zavaleta trying to improve on his 5th place finish from here last year in this race and take King up to the state meet. McCorvey in second. And Beckman, 27-point lead at 2 miles. Onto the airstrip. Here he comes. Maximo Zavaleta of King, the junior, now in the red top, steps onto the airstrip as the leader, and he continues to know about McCorvey in second. Abdallah and Jubak. Pavon hanging tough, and Brown. They're all on the airstrip here with 600 meters to go. And Evan Nahad of Valley View in that no man's land trying to make it as an individual, but he is running very well in 7th. Beckman trying to hang on there for the team title. Great Oak, Miracosta, Tribuco Hills, Redondo, Crescenta Valley, King, and San Clemente, and Loyola, all very close. It'll be a great team race coming onto the track, but here it comes. Max Zavaleta, the junior from King. Oh my, we've got ourselves a race. McCorvey in second. Jubak in third now. That's the top 3. Then Abdallah and Pavon comes on the track in 5th. Brown in 6th. Nulat from Valley View in 7th. Fainsad of Miracosta down the backstretch. Jubak trying to move up on McCorvey's shoulder. And it is Zavaleta with 200 meters to go. Pavon moves into fourth for Loyola. Nahat moving up from Valley View. Faisad moving up. Here come the San Clemente boys. Anderson in the top 10, but down the stretch, Dylan Jubak trying to close on Max Zavaleta. Zavaleta the red, here comes Jubak. Zavaleta, Jubak, and McCorvey. Zavaleta's got one more gear, and it's going to take him to a championship and 15 flat. Zavaleta, Jubak, and McCorvey. Oh my! Here comes Abdallah, giving Tribuco Hills 2. Pavon, Brown on the inside, Faisad. San Clemente boys 2 in the top 10. Nahat. Here comes Beckman now. They're running there. Here comes their top 3. Top 4 now for Beckman. And number 5 making the turn. And we're still at 15:30. Weston Brown finishing for Great Oak. Here we go. We're at 15:45. Oh my, all these boys under 16. And Beckman and Great Oak are the first with 5 across the finish. Miracosta now with 5. Beckman's 7th man finishing well. That's going to help push scores up. Zavaleta's official winning time, 15 flat. Jubak, 15:02. McCorvey, 15:04. Abdallah, 15:11. Pavon, 15:13. Beckman and Great Oak. It is only a separate by 10 points right now. What a great effort by the Wolfpack from Great Oak. Doing it again when it counts. That leads down to 7. Miracosta looks solidly into 3rd. Tribuco Hill is going to join the girls on the way to the state meet. They're in 4th. Crescenta Valley, what's new there? They're on the way to the state meet again. San Clemente, Redondo, and Loyola. Oh my, looks like San Clemente is going to go back to the state meet. Redondo's going to join them if it holds the way it is, and Beckman's going to be our winner. Unofficially right now, it's Beckman with 11-point lead, then Great Oak, Miracosta, Tribuco Hills, Crescenta Valley, San Clemente, and Redondo, and that has got about a 20-point lead over 8th of Loyola, so those 7 are looking pretty strong. Show you what a quality race we're in. Looks like the entire field will be under 1740.
I'm here with the winner. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Maximo Zavaleta. I'm a junior at Lawrence High School.
Awesome. What was your mentality going into this race?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I was really nervous.
77-42
Coach put it out there that,
Beckman.
hey, go out for the win.
So it looks
we could be CIF.
The OC continues this run here. So Beckman's going to be our winner. This is unofficial once again, but it looks like everybody is prized. So Beckman's going to win it.
Let's describe your race a little bit. Can you describe your first mile, your second mile, and your finish? What was going through your mind? I know you were running in a pack, so how did you separate yourself in this race?
At 133.
First mile,
Crescenta Valley at 138.
The turns on the valley were a little tricky, so I wanted to just place myself well and not
and Redondo rounds out our top 7 up
and
to
then
the
going
state
up
meet
switchbacks,
at
it was kind of just
159.
maintain, stick with the group.
I didn't want him to slip. At 177, Keegan 201, Riverside Poly at 240.
Was the race decision was they started kind of pushing it, so I kept going over the hill, and so I just used that momentum to just keep pushing down and try to finish strong once we got on the track.
And what was going through your mind on that last 50? I mean, did you feel anybody run behind you, or did you just kind of keep going?
Well, to be honest, the screen helped me a lot. I looked at the screen, I saw how close 2 and 3 were, so I just put it like I just tried last gear. Like it wasn't. I told myself it was not going to be easy. You're going to have to. I mean, just like this whole sport, you have to endure a lot of pain. So I had to endure it for the last 20-25 seconds to secure that finish.
Awesome. And then, so after this win, what does it mean to you to win CIF Finals, and what does it mean going forward into state and hopefully MXN?
It was good knowing that I mean, this competition is great. You know, it's not like I was I was so far ahead. Like, the competition in that group is good going into D1, and hopefully if everything goes good, I can push really hard to NXN. I mean, it does kind of suck our team didn't make it because we were, you know, we that's what our set goal was.
Great boys
to
Division
NXN,
1. Here we go on to
bad days
Division 2
happen
now.
and good days happen, so we just got to make the best
Once
of it
again,
and move on.
crowning our Southern Section champion.
And then also, do you have anybody you want to thank for this
So
season?
just about 90 seconds into the race here.
Props to my
Looks
mom and
like,
my coach. They've helped me a lot. Definitely my brother, he also runs
right with him, pushing
in
up
college.
to Sorrel.
Those
Pushing that
three have
pace
been
a little
really
bit.
helpful for me to
But really
overcome
everybody in
anything.
it.
You know, the love from my mom and the advice from my brother and my coach.
Awesome. Thanks for talking with us today.
Yeah, of course. All right, thanks, man.
I know he'll want to interview.
And 223 through the first 800 for the pack and everybody in it. Cushion of Tesoro, Antonio of Woodbridge, J.R. Lesher of Wainimi right in there. He was the fastest of all qualifiers last week at 15:17. And Peraza of Saugus right tucked in with them as they go through. Looks like Chase Manning of Tesoro up in there also, and Zavala of Woodbridge. And making the big U-turn on the Valley Loop. A little bit of a descent now, heading to the mile mark. Everybody in it. And here we go, coming through the first mile. A little bit slower than our first heat, 4:55. Cushion, Antonio, Lesher, Manning, Flores of Glendora in that group. Peraza of Saugus, Harris of Ventura, Oliveros of Glendora, Medeiros of Claremont, and Zavala of Woodbridge. Luna right on the outside in 11th of Rio Mesa. Sandoval of Glendora gives them 3 in the top 12. Sanchez of Rio Mesa, Ortega of Ontario, Young of University, Miller of Lucerna. That's the top 16. Glendora very much out front as a team. Glendora 70 points through that first mile. Saugus 136, Woodbridge 137, Tesoro 141, Rio Mesa 162, Lucerna 182, and University 190. Cushion and Lesher side by side. Just a step back, Antonio. And girls D1, if you are the top 2 teams, the top 15 individuals, please come on down to the center of the track now for your award ceremony. Division 1 girls, please head on down to the track right in the middle there. That's where our award ceremony will be. And while our girls head for their award ceremony, you can look up and see our group of 4 there. And Flores there joining the 3 there of Antonio, Cushion, and Lesher. And they make the turn. You can see that is Cushion in the dark blue top, Lesher in the white top. Then just a little bit of a gap to Antonio of Woodbridge and Flores of Glendora. And Blake Harris ran outstanding, won his preliminary heat last week from Ventura, is trying to move up and make contact with those 4. Griffin Cushion up to Sora, the Orange County Sweepstakes champion, pushing that pace. J.R. Lesher, the fastest qualifier, the Ventura County champion. So you got the Orange County champion and the Ventura County champions running 1-2. And then the sophomore from Woodbridge, the Pacific Coast League champion, Antonio, right there tucked in. Flores of Glendora, the Palomares League champion, in 4th. Harris trying to bridge that gap. Peraza right with him. Oliveros of Glendora, then Manning of Tesoro. A little bit of a gap and everybody in it. Looks to be the Dos Pueblos boys trying to move up a bit. Cushion moving up the saddle now. Lesher right behind on his right shoulder. Antonio and Flores, that's the top 4 still. And they've made it up the saddle, onto the back and head to the back of Reservoir. Once again, girls, top 15 individuals in Division 1 and the top 2 teams, please make your way to the center of the track for your awards presentation. Cushion trying to push a little bit on the back of Reservoir. They're just now coming up to the 2-mile mark. Cushion and Lesher. Flores in 3rd now. A little bit of a gap back to Antonio in 4th. And looks like we've got a move going on the back. Cushion 10 flat. Lesher 10.01. Flores 10.01. Antonio 10.03. They are 7 seconds faster than the last race. Remember, they were about 8 seconds slower at the mile. They are 7 seconds faster. It has been a very fast second mile. Peraza in 5th, Harris of Ventura, Oliveros of Glendora. Gordon of Dos Pueblos moved up 16 spots from the mile to the 2-mile. Luna of Rio Mesa, the sophomore, into the top 10. Medeiros of Claremont, Manning of Tesoro, Gully of Dos Pueblos, Zavala of Woodbridge, Miller of Lucerna, and Bulalico of El Toro. That's the top 15. Glendora in the first with 5 across the 2-mile. Lucerna, Saugus, Tesoro, and Dos Pueblos now with 5. And this is the move. Here we go. Cushion going up Reservoir, starting to push the pace. And Dylan Flores, the senior from Glendora, giving chase. He's in second. Lesher of Wainimi in third. Cushion made that move on the back of Reservoir, and he is over the top here at 11:26, and he has opened up about 5 meters. Flores hanging tough. Another 5 meters back to Lesher. At the 2 mile mark, it was Glendora 65, Lucerna 114, Saugus 138, Tesoro 138, Dos Pueblos 149, Woodbridge 162, El Toro 176, El Dorado 200, Rio Mesa 213. Lucerna, School from Whittier running very well, solidly in second. Once again, we're going to start our Girls Division I awards here in just a minute. We need you the top 15 individuals and the top 2 teams. And looking to be the top individual in this race, Griffin Cushion of Tesoro comes on to the airstrip, and he is running a very quick 12:28. Very even splits, and he picked it up on the back of Reservoir and continues to grow that lead. Dylan Flores, the senior from Glendora, hanging tough. And Antonio from Woodbridge, he's still in fourth there, but there's a bit of a gap. Lesher in third, and Peraza now of Saugus has moved into the 5th spot. Gordon continues to move up from Dos Pueblos. Oliveros of Glendora onto the airstrip. And onto the track, here he goes. Griffin Cushion of Tesoro. Oh my, he has really expanded that lead. Here comes Flores of Glendora. And our course record is 14:46, set by Trey Caldwell of De La Salle, and that is certainly in jeopardy because we hit 14 right now, and he's got 200 meters to go. Oh my, what an effort here for the senior from Tesoro. Flores and Lesher on the backstretch. Flores in the black, Lesher in the white. Peraza comes onto the track. He has moved up to 4th. Antonio of Woodbridge in 5th. Gordon of Dos Pueblos has moved up to 6th. But coming down the home stretch, 100 meters to go, and we are only at 14:30. Griffin Cushion of Tesoro. He will win it. He will set the record. The California Southern Section Division II champion at 14:38. Griffin Cushion. And Flores of Glendora, he's going to go under 15. Lesher's going to go under 15. Leading Glendora, he's the 2nd place finisher, but they're going to be tough to beat as a team. Lesher goes under 15. Peraza of Saugus, Antonio of Woodbridge. Gordon continues to move up. Luna of Rio Mesa. And Oliveros of Glendora. Gully of Dos Pueblos. Maderos. Grant Miller of Lucerna with that big finish. Zavala finishing strong. We're still only at 15:30. Looking for the first team with 5. Cushions, official winning time and new course record, 14:38. Dylan Flores and Lesher join him to break 15. Flores 14:54, Lesher 14:56. And Glendora, first team with 5 across. Lucerna, what a great effort here. They've got 5 across.
Boys winner, can you please introduce yourself?
Saugus and Tesoro with 5 across.
Awesome. What was your mentality going into this race?
It's the same as any other race, it's win. But this is not the big one. We're focused on state now. And try to get the job done there. This was great. Hold this in for a little bit.
Join them right now.
And let's describe your race a little bit. You were running with the pack for the majority of the race. How did you separate yourself? So can you describe your first mile, your second mile, and then your finish?
Yeah. My usually goal in a race is just stay as relaxed as possible. I know how good I am. I know how fast I am. I trust in myself. So I go out there. Know I can separate late in the race, and I trust that it works.
And
then, so how was your first mile?
It went out a little slower than I expected, but it was all good. I know I still got to stick with the plan, separate late.
Going to bring home the
And then your second mile?
Championship to the San Gabriel Valley. And Lucerna Whittier second.
Just that same thing, sticking in there. That's kind of right when I separated.
Just kept moving up and
Is there anyone you'd like to thank for this win?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Saugus 128.
My parents,
Tesoro in fifth
my
at
coach,
136.
the whole support system. It was impossible. My friends, my teammates.
Our seventh spot looks like it's going to go to Woodbridge at 185.
Third time in a row we won the state this year, so really excited for that.
I'm looking forward to NXN. Are you kind of like cognizant of like keeping your energy to that point?
Right now all my focus is on state. It's going to be a tough race as it is, and then once I get past that, I'll cross that bridge. But yeah, I'm definitely going to compete at NXN. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, D2 champ.
And
take it back
like
to you
the
guys.
5 individuals that are going to move on also will be J.R. Lesher of Wainimi.
Congrats, bro.
Ventura was 12th. Looks like Luke Delia of Peninsula will get that 5th individual qualifier.
So that sun coming out here, ideal racing conditions here, and our athletes putting on a show. And next up, our Division III girls set to go off here in the next minute. Number 1 ranked South Pasadena, and number 2 Santa Margarita, number 3 Oak Park, and Yorba Linda ranked 4th. And this girls Division III race, Francini of Calabasas taking this group through the first 100 meters. Abigail Arrington, and she went 16:57 here at the Mt SAC Invitational from South Pasadena. And Summer Wilson of Irvine High School, the junior, 17:05 on this course a week ago in prelims. And Perez of Oak Park also towards the front there. So very talented group there. Thomas of Santa Margarita. And this is the girls Division III Southern Section Final.
7 spots onto the line, top 5 individuals on non-qualifying squads that are in the top 20, also going to make it onto next weekend up in Fresno and Woodward Park. So Arrington, she sat back at the Mt SAC Invitational cruised through that first mile, but then unloaded to go under 17 minutes on the 3-mile course here at Mt SAC. So right now she's doing the pace setting chores here as they go around the first of 2 Valley Loops here in the Division III Girls Final. As expected right now early on, it's going to be a showdown between Arrington and Wilson. Wilson was a state meet runner-up in Division IV a year ago. She moves up to Division III. And South Pasadena, they were 3rd as a team a year ago, now moving up to Division III. And 2:44 at the half-mile mark. Abby Arrington taking him through. Saif Byrne, her teammate, right there providing support. Serenity Fausto of Santa Fe High School trying to actually make it on to as an individual. Becky Osorio. Osorio of West Covina also in that front group. On his pace here right now, right at 4:43, but Arrington putting some surges in there and Wilson matching it, but everybody else going along for that ride here in our Division III girls final. So a group of 4 broken away here with Arrington and Wilson. Osorio. Serenity Fausto leading the charge there on that chase pack. As we're going to come through the mile here momentarily, and we'll be able to give you some team scores. Abigail Arrington, South Pasadena, 5:37. Wilson right there in her shadow. Camila Salim of West Torrance, 5:37. Osorio West Covina right there as well. Then you got about 4-second break there between Fausto, Annie Iverson. She was runner-up a year ago from Dana Hills. Saeed Byrne of South Pasadena, Sophia Perez of Oak Park, all going under 5:42. At South Pasadena, Santa Margarita, that battle's going to be tight. And Oak Park now right there coming through the mile with their 5th score. So not much separating the 3 powerhouses there in South Pasadena, Oak Park, and Santa Margarita. And you got a big gap there between back to Yorba Linda, Hart, and Redlands East Valley. And Arrington open up a lead there, about a 5-second advantage here. Wilson trying to match that move. Expecting both girls to go under 17 minutes, but Arrington now pushing the pace, very much like we saw at the Mt SAC Invitational last month. But Wilson, she had a solo 17:05 effort last weekend here at prelims to advance as an individual. But right now, South Pasadena, Oak Park, tied at the 1 mile. Santa Margarita, though, within striking range, only 30 points behind those two, and looking to move up in the middle part of this course. Yorba Linda, they're 4th right now. Hart High School really coming together here over the last month. They're 5th at the mile mark, just ahead of West Torrance and Redlands East Valley. Only 7 points separating 5th through 7th at the 1 mile mark, with Canyon and Canyon Crunchy trying to get into that group there as well. But South Pasadena and Oak Park tied at 84. Arrington has now opened up a 6-second advantage over Wilson at the crossover, 9:05 to 9:11. Arrington looking very comfortable. We could have the San Clemente coach go to medical. San Clemente coach go to medical. Arrington approaching the stadium in this Division III final. D1 boys to the awards area. And Abigail Arrington onto the track here from South Pasadena High School. She is cooking right now. The senior, we're looking for a Division III title, only a 15:55. And Summer Wilson now coming onto the track representing Irvine High School. Abigail Arrington, she went 16:57 to capture the division, the Friday session at the Mt SAC Invitational with 200 meters ago. She's at 16:20. Santa Margarita trying to close that gap on South Pasadena. 25-point advantage South Pasadena had. Oak Park in third at the 2-mile mark. Yorba Linda was in fourth. Hart was fifth. West Torrance was sixth. Canyon Country had moved into seventh. Division III final. The team race coming down all the way down to the wire. Becky Osorio of West Covina running a race of her life. Saeed Byrne of South Pasadena trying to secure that top 5 finish. $16.56. Miss Abigail Arrington, congratulations. Your young lady from South Pasadena, your Division III individual champion. We need Division II boys to the award stand. Division II boys to the awards. Summer Wilson, your junior from Irvine. She comes across at 17:23. And Becky Osorio, hello. West Covina, looking to qualify as an individual and doing more than that as she has moved up very well. She is third place. Saeed Byrne of South Pasadena giving the Tigers 2 in the top 4. Iverson finishing strong here from Dana Hills, looking to make it to the California State meet as an individual. Franchini of Calabasas. Serenity Fausto of Santa Fe finishing strong. Osorio 17:49, Saeed Byrne 17:55, Iverson 17:56, so 5 girls under 18 minutes. Francini, she will advance as an individual to the California State meet, as will Serenity Fausto of Santa Fe. Sophia Perez, your first scorer from Oak Park. Isabella Robluski of Yorba Linda, 18:03. Isla Terrell, the 9th grader from Monrovia, she gets up there into 9th place. Alana Thomas of Santa Margarita, 18:07. But right now, South Pasadena, we're all waiting for 5 to come across, but South Pasadena with the advantage over West Torrance and Yorba Linda in the preliminary stages of scoring here in this Division III girls final. And South Pass, the Tigers, they were 3rd a year ago in Division IV, got bumped to Division III this year, and now looking to hit pay dirt and bring home a CIF team championship. Santa Margarita with their 5th across. And we're only at 20 minutes. And right now we're going to get our attention over to the Division III boys race that just started. But right now,
girls CIF winner, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Abigail Erickson, and I'm a senior at CIF-ss Finals.
Awesome. Can you explain your mentality going into this race?
I just wanted to go out and compete. I wanted to win. I came 2nd last year. The way my season has been progressing, I knew it was going to be doable and possible. I just had to give myself a good shot and put myself in the race and push.
And in the lead. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
In the lead, you were kind of running in the pack for the majority of the race. How did you break away, and what was your plan to get to this win today?
I find it super stressful for a race to come down to a kick. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of cushion. Summer Wilson is an incredible athlete with a gnarly kick. I don't know if she had more speed than me, but I didn't want to find out. So I kind of just did my very best to get away from her as early as possible. I didn't want her to be anywhere near me when we got to the track. So.
Was there a moment in the race that you felt that you had it in the bag? You had the win?
I mean, I felt really good with like a half mile to go. I mean, a half mile in. I was in the front. And no, honestly, the mile split. I split like when I split in the invite, and I felt loads better. Mile 2 was the same way. I was worried I was going slower, but I hit a really good split. And so, kind of just seeing those fast splits and feeling so comfortable, I was like, if it does have to come down to a kick, if Summer Wilson somehow closes the gap, I think I'll be able to pick it up a notch. So I had a bit of confidence throughout the race.
Awesome. And what's your mentality going into state? And are you aim for NXN?
Oh yeah, NXN is definitely a big goal of mine. I fell short last year and it kind of stung. So definitely I'm hungry for it. But I mean, my priority at the moment, my #1 goal right now is to have our girls win state. And obviously for me to get a medal place as high as I can. So right now just state is on my mind. But if everything goes well at state, then I'll go to NXN. So just got to focus on state.
And then was there anyone you'd like to thank for the season?
I mean, obviously I got to thank my coach. He is like, man, he is so dedicated. We work hard and he works just as hard, making sure we're getting the best, most optimal training. I don't know, he's so dedicated. I'm like, he's there from the start of practice till like the last one of us leaves the weight room. I mean, he just takes it so seriously and has so much love for the sport. And I feel like he really is like our #1 supporter, and he really believes in us and gives us a lot of confidence, and we race hard because we want to prove he's right.
Awesome. Thank you, Abigail. Great job today.
Thanks.
Making the turn at 1,200 meters, Christian Yoder and Cooper McGee, the seniors from Oaks Christian, pushing that early pace. But looks like Friedel and Newman and Airy all right up in there from Jay Serra. Jay Serra, runner-up last year in the state meet and in the Southern section meet here, trying to improve upon that this year and starting with a Southern section championship if they can. The Trinity League champions out well. Oaks Christian, they were 9th in the state meet, 6th last year in this race. They're the Marmani League champions this year those two schools taking this early pace. And Max Douglas of Corona Del Mar now joining that group, pushing the pace just about 15 seconds from the mile mark. And Douglas takes us through the mile, 4:53. In there also Yoder, Airy, Newman, McGee, Morales, Friedel, Nawasu of Oaks Christian, Mitchell of Oaks Christian, and Carlson of J. Sarah. So between J. Sarah and Oaks Christian, they have 9 of the top 10 runners there. Needless to say, those are the first two schools locked in this battle, J. Sarah and Oaks Christian. Then we go to Palos Verdes, St. Francis, Foothill Tech, Corona Del Mar, Notre Dame, Harvard Westlake. 4:53 at that mile, but making a move here. Max Douglas now heading up the switchbacks. The Sunset League champion pushing it a little bit. He was second in the Mt SAC Invitational this year in the Division IV sweepstakes race. Ran 15:22 that day. He is out running well here. Max Douglas there has peaked over the top of those hills on the switchbacks on the descent now. Half mile down to the crossover, and he has opened up quite a lead. But it is a stellar chase group. Douglas now makes that U-turn. You can see him if you look to the east behind the top of the stadium. That is Max Douglas, the senior from Corona Del Mar. He finished 4th in this race last year, and he has made his bid here to take this pace out early, heading up switchbacks, coming down the descent to the crossover. He's opened up a pretty good lead here. And Ty Newman from J. Sarah, runner-up in the Trinity League Finals this year. He's now leading that chase group. As the fog has cleared, you can now see coming down into the alley, heading to the crossover. Douglas, Newman, and we go right at 8 minutes. Max Douglas just at 7:58 at the crossover. Newman leading the chase group here. He's got the white headband on. He's leading that chase group. Palos Verdes boys look to be moving up well during the middle of the pack. And J. Sarah, though, taking control. Got 5 runners in the top 15. And Oaks Christian has 5 through at the crossover.
Come on, buddy. There you go, Walter. We need some shirts, buddy. Let's close down some gaps and get some shirts. Come on now. Come on, Eden.
transmitter on the award. It's just static cam and a Zoom.
Come on, buddy. Big push.
Come on, Esteban, you got this. Push it, Esteban.
Here we go, Steven. Eyes up, Steven. Let's go get some. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Nathan, you stop. Come on, Nathan.
And we'll take pictures here of our top 15 boys D1. A great race going on here in D4. Looks like Oaks Christian at 2 miles had a slight lead over Jay Serra, 56-61. Max Douglas has been leading since the top of the switchbacks. He continues to lead. He went through the 2 mile at 10:01. 9-second lead over Yoder and McGee, Aree and Newman, and then Martin of St. Francis continues to move up, but looks like Douglas now into the saddle, and Foothill Tech in 3rd, Palos Verdes 4th, St. Francis 5th, Corona Del Mar 6th, and Harvard Westlake in 7th. And Douglas goes on to the airstrip in the lead. Onto the track, here comes Max Douglas of Corona Del Mar. And as the Beckman boys get their award for the Division I championship, here we go, coming down the stretch for Division IV. This is Max Douglas running outstanding. He's going to be right at 15. Yoder finishing strong. Christian Yoder of Oaks Christian coming down the line. This will be Douglas, will be the Division IV CIF champion. Yoder and McNee. Here comes Ari and Martin of St. Francis. And Vigo Bordelin finishing strong. Here comes Newman. Fabila of Cathedral coming in now. And look at this battle now. Oaks Christian and Jay Sarah. Oaks Christian, the maroon tops. Jay Sarah, the all black. We're still at just 15:45. Looks like Oaks Christian and Jay Sarah both coming with number 5 on the. And Oaks Christian will be the first team with 5. Douglas is winning time, by the way, 15:02. Yoder 15:06, McNee 15:11, Ari 15:14. Jay Sarah now with 5 across. And Ben Kruger of Oaks Christian, he moved up 15 spots between the 2 mile and the finish, giving Oaks Christian that great top 5. Looks like they're going to be our winners here now. Scoring is fluid. We've got Oaks Christian at 24. Jay Sarah and Foothill Tech is the only 3 with 5 across. But looks like Oaks Christian. And their time, Oaks Christian 77:39. That would be the fastest team time ever now. A new course record. Palos Verdes with 5. Harvard Westlake with 5. Notre Dame Sherman Oaks with 5 across the finish.
Hi, I'm here with the Division IV winner. Could you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Max Douglas. Sorry, I'm Max Douglas. I'm from Corona Del Mar. I'm a senior.
Awesome, Max. What was your mentality going in this race?
Honestly, I just trusted the Lord. I didn't even have, my coach had a plan, but in my head I was just praying to God that I could show the world that with His strength and pray and have a relationship with Jesus. So I just trusted God. I was injured all summer. This is my second season at cross country. This is just like unreal for me right now. I mean, this is, if you told me in September that I would have won CIF Finals in my division, I would have told you you were joking. I mean, this like, it still doesn't make sense to me. I'm still trying to take it in. It's surreal.
That's awesome. Can you describe your race a little bit? So what was going on in the race? What was going through your head on your first mile, your second mile, and your finish?
Once we hit the first mile, I just felt like we were kind of cruising, and I was like, I kept clicking feet with people because there's some people with some long strides right in front of me. I was trying to get around them. Once we hit switchbacks, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go trust God, and I just started going, and then I stopped hearing footsteps behind me, and I was like, you know, there's nobody really behind me, and I'm not getting tired, so I just kept on going. I was just thinking about God. The second mile, there's nobody behind me, so honestly, I just felt like I was cruising with a little bit more tempo in it. I was, you know, going, and then the last mile, I was taking some looks back because it was too quiet, and I was like, you know, there's got to be somewhere behind me. There's a guy in red behind me, and that really gave me the push to just, you know, kind of take off at the end.
You're saying you're very new to cross country, so what's your mentality going into state, and what kind of mentality are you going to have to potentially win state?
My plan for state is honestly just keep trusting in the Lord and like just going out and running. Running is really put in perspective for me that we're just out here to put our best effort out and show what our bodies can do. That all the adaptations we've been training our body for. I just think it's fun to see what everyone can do, and my mindset is honestly to just keep trusting in God. So.
And is there anyone you'd like to thank for this season?
Jesus, number one. I'd like to thank my parents and my entire family, my dog Gidget, my coach Sumner, my teammates. I love my dog. She shows me unconditional love. So she's one of the best things in my life. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much for talking with us, and back to you.
The individual favorite, but right now St. Margaret. Divisional title. They've won 3 in the past 5 seasons. The young ladies from St. Margaret's of South Orange County, your favorites, coming into a team competition for the Division 5 girls. Young ladies from Viewpoint coming in ranked number 2 in this Division 5 final. Kate High School, led by Francesca Tuch, they're ranked number 3. Cantwell Sacred Heart out of Montebello coming into the rankings here, number 4. Right now, Couch of Sacred Heart, Sarkeesian of Brentwood, and Sarah Kim. Sarah Kim of Woodcrest Christian. Across the board, looking at her resume, she's improved by 3 to 4 minutes on every course compared to last year's 9th grade season. So Sarah Kim of Woodcrest Christian, arguably one of the top girls, and right now she is currently in 3rd, right behind Couch and Sarkeesian. If we could have all of our Division II participants to the awards area, I'd love to get you acknowledged and recognized. Our top 15 individuals, our top 2 teams, Division II coaches, get all your athletes over there. So Sarkeesian, the senior out of Brentwood, 10th grader out of Brentwood. She went 18:02 at the Mt SAC Invitational. She was 8th here in the Division 5 final a year ago. And right now going through, and she comes through the half-mile mark at 2:44. So Sarkeesian of Brentwood also expected to be up there towards the front. Gonzalez and Eaton, the 2 individuals from Providence High School. Of course, Sarah Kim of Woodcrest Christian, Kate Burns of St. Lucy's. But Sarkeesian, she sat back, kept company there, but now on the second of 2 Valley Loops has opened up what looks like about a 15-20 meter lead. We expect to see Benzik and Johnson of St. Margaret's, Murphy of Malibu, Jaslyn Couch of Sacred Heart of Jesus still right up there towards the front of that chase group. It looks like Such of Kate is right now the leader of that chase group, with Sarkeesian doing the pace setting early on here in the Division 5 girls final. The Sarkeesian already opened up a 6-second lead there over Sarah Kim of Woodcrest Christian. And Heidi Bishk of St. Margaret's, Jenna Marie Lotz of Arrowhead Christian, along with her teammate Leah Schlochter, Natalie Gonzalez of Providence, Murphy of Malibu, and Such of Kate, all taking us through there that mile mark. St. Margaret's with a slight advantage there in that preliminary scoring. St. Margaret's indeed top ranked. They will be this first squad with 5 across. So coming through the mile mark here, St. Margaret's, #1 ranked, looking for their 4th CIF Division 5 title here in last 6 seasons there. They have a 34-point advantage over Cantwell of Sacred Heart. You got Pacifica Christian of Orange County. That's also right up there towards the top. Kate, Viewpoint, Sacred Heart of Jesus, and Arrowhead Christian occupying those top 7 spots, albeit only through the first mile, but it gives you some idea of who's getting after it early on here with Amelia Sarkeesian, your leader. She sat back with everybody there, but at the second Valley Loop decided to take off, and she continues to expand upon her lead right now. If you look to your east, you're going to see her above the stadium. And right behind our friend there from HD Runners, giving us right there. And that battle there for the chase back.
I'm the guy over here. I'll walk you through. Go, St. Margaret! Go, St. Margaret! Get up! Get up! Come on, Kate! Go, Kate! Let's
And going back to that Division 5 girls race, our leader, Sarkeesian of Brentwood, continuing to expand upon her lead out to what looks like about 30 seconds. She is now on the backside of Reservoir, and that chase group now moving their way up that saddle, and that chase group being Natalie Gonzalez of Providence out of Burbank, trying to move on as an individual, Sarah Kim, Woodcrest Christian, Heidi Bishk of St. Margaret's, and to go back to that 1 mile mark, St. Margaret's with a 41-point advantage over Cantwell Sacred Heart. Pacifica Christian out of Orange County, only 4 points behind them. Kate, Viewpoint, and Sacred Heart of Jesus occupying those 6 spots. As a reminder, in Division 5, 6 teams being allocated, 6 spots allocated towards the Southern section, not 7, 6 there for Division 5 girls, Sacred Heart of Jesus in that 6th spot.
Two. Hey, what's up, guys? This is HD Runners Live. We are here with the D1 champs. Beckman, can you please introduce yourselves?
What's up, HD Runners? We're the Division 1 champions.
Nice, guys, nice. So can you guys tell us a little about the mentality going into the race? What was your race plan? What was the coach kind of telling you?
Our mentality into the race was just like, pretty standard, just to come out here and like try to do our best, and our coach definitely supported us in that way by, not putting too much pressure on us. He always tells us like, hey, like just go out there, there's bigger things going on in the world, and this is just coast and just have fun out there, and that's exactly what we came out here to do, and that's how we prepared, and I'm proud of it.
Maybe with you, can you tell us a little about the strategy? Was there a strategy, you guys sticking together? You guys always really good at like running as a pack. Was that the strategy going into this one?
Yeah, our strategy was lead with our guys that we know are fast on this course, and the rest of us just kind of pack up. Obviously, we couldn't really, the strategy kind of changed a little bit, but we do love staying together. We love packing up. It's big in our workouts, it's big in our races. Our coach loves emphasizing it.
Going back to that Division 5 race, Sarkeesian continuing to motor right now. She is at the top of Reservoir. 23-second advantage there.
How does it feel to have someone that's up front? Do you feel like kind of like taken care of, like you have that guy, you just got to focus on you? Like, is that how kind of vibe is?
Over a race that's wide open here individually in the Division 5 girls race.
It was a really good confidence boost going up Reservoir and hearing the announcer call Mason's name.
Now talk about the maybe for you, Mason. Talk about going up in the front. I know you were up there in the front for a while. You got second, right? At Mt SAC. So what was it like just doing your own thing and just knowing that your guys are right behind you?
Yeah, St. Margaret's our first squad coming across with 5 girls in this Division 5 final. Sarkeesian right now down the saddle.
And like going into state, what's your mentality like for Woodward?
Cantwell Sacred Heart and Cape High School trying to battle for that second, but now Chadwick with their 5 across. And Viewpoint, they came in ranked number 2. They have now moved up to 4th place at the 2 mile mark.
Excellent. Maybe to you, what does it feel like when you have like all those B's? Everyone with the big B in the jersey, like talk about that, like just it looks dope, like just seeing it, but like how does it feel like with you guys?
I mean, the sensation is surreal, just knowing that you have like other teammates that are just as good as you, if not better, like just with you there. It just feels surreal. I mean, I can speak from experience.
And Sarkeesian on the airstrip. It's going to be wire-to-wire solo effort there for the young lady from Brentwood.
When we're racing, I could just hear people say, like, I know it's kind of cringe, but like they were just saying, like, oh, you guys, the next Newberry Park, and it was just like, it's like funny, and it just like feels like it's like a good sensation just to know, like, yeah, you're really good, and you can like you have teammates that are with you.
And you guys kind of like have been at the top, but like you guys really like set apart in the middle of the season, you know, with Clovis in that time. And how's your coach help you with that pressure? Do you guys feel that pressure, or do you guys more?
I mean, we don't really like take like pressure really seriously. You know, like definitely after Woodbridge, after like we realized we got like.
So Sarkeesian, she was 8th here a year ago, and right now every step she takes is one step closer to the individual title here in 2024. Meanwhile, right now, Heidi Bish making some good moves there, representing the Tartans of St. Margaret's.
After the race, he really didn't like put too much pressure on us on the other races.
And Natalie Gonzalez of Providence, right now in that second runner-up spot.
All right, guys, Beckman, thank you so much. Good luck to you guys next weekend. All right, back to you guys.
At that 2-mile mark, with less than a mile to go, St. Margaret's with a 38-point advantage over Kate and Cantwell Sacred Heart. And Sarkeesian is your leader, 3:50 to go. Right now it's 17:03. She went 18:02 at the Mt SAC invite. Amelia Sarkeesian, he's going to bring this one home. Your Division 5 Southern Section CIF champion, making it look comfortable here, and she led everything from the starting line on. 18-13, Natalie Gonzalez of Providence. So Sarkeesian, your official winner there, 18-13.2. Natalie Gonzalez, congratulations. You have qualified for the California State meet next weekend, 18:53. That's Beshk of St. Margaret's. Aubrey Eaton coming on here. Now Slaughter of Arrowhead Christian coming up well. Babesh in 1922. Jenna Marie Lotz of Arrowhead Christian in 1928. Sarah Kim, Woodcrest Christian 1932. This is Zoe Jung of Viewpoint. So St. Margaret's with 2 in the top 6. Aubrey Eaton coming up well there, your Division 4 1,600 meter CIF champ this last spring. She finishes 9th and throws her hat in the ring for an individual spot. Kate Burns of St. Lucy's finishing 10th, 1957. Luisa Mendez, Hawthorne Math Science Academy at 2006. Lila Glidewell, Pacifica Christian of Orange County at 2010. So now the team battle. St. Margaret's looking for that 5th to come across and cement their 4th title in 6 seasons. And now Thatcher moving up. Again, no teams with 5 across, but right now with 4 across, St. Margaret's, Thatcher. So St. Margaret's your only team with 4 across right now. Thatcher, they got 3 across.
Hi, I'm here with the Division 5 girls winner CIF Finals. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Amelia Sarkissian.
Awesome. What was your mentality going into the race, man?
My mentality
St. Margaret's still looking for that fifth runner. Going to close the deal right now in 22 minutes. Now Kate coming across for their 4th. Now Viewpoint with their 4th coming across.
What I did, so I'm really proud of myself for that. I just kind of wanted to see how it felt. I don't like to
Campbell Sacred Heart with their 5th across, but St. Margaret's right there behind them. So St. Margaret's with your early advantage early
and
on.
during the race, how did you separate yourself from the rest? Was there a moment in the race that you felt, okay, this is the time to go for it? And how did you keep that energy throughout to the finish?
Yeah, I think like probably going off the start line really fast and also just putting your all at the very beginning, so you kind of intimidate competition and get out there fast. I'd say probably after 1 or 2 laps of the valley loop, I made my move. And just sticking with it, not feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm going too fast, but just trusting yourself and knowing that you can keep on getting faster throughout the race, even if it seems intimidating.
Awesome. And what's your mentality after winning this race, going into state? What are you thinking and what are your goals going into state?
Got 6 squads with 5 scores across.
For me, I'm really excited for state. I just
Here comes
love that environment.
Orange County now with their 5th across. Now we have 8 squads right now. St. Margaret's.
My mentality going into state
Again, this is
kind
unofficial.
of similar,
Scores
just
are
push
fluid.
hard,
They're
and
continually
I know it's going to be
changing as
tougher
these scores get
competition,
crossed, but
but
St.
putting my all in no matter what, and not worrying about the results anymore, just focusing on what I can do myself.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank for this season? Is there anyone you'd like to thank for the season, like your coaches or anyone?
My coach, my amazing teammates, my family for always being so supportive and just helping me with everything no matter what. And just like I have an amazing support system. I'm so thankful for it.
Awesome. Thanks for talking to us. And that's the Division 5 girls winner, CIF Finals. Right back to you.
Thank you so much.
All right, as our D1 boys get their awards here. Excuse me, D2 boys, our top 15. We've got a great Division III race. It came by the half at 2:17. 2:17. Evan Noonan, the defending state and section champion, leading that group. Zimmerman right with him. And Liam Miller of South Torrance, Zion Ortiz, Burrows, all in that group. And in that boys Division III race, they go through the first mile at 4:47. Noonan, Hunter, Miller, Zimmerman, Quast, Hill, Rodriguez, Lopez, Ortiz, all under 4:50 through the first mile. West Torrance, the first team, with 66. And our Glendora boys receiving their first place award up on the top of the hill here, Division III. Evan Noonan and Zimmerman of Thousand Oaks, Noonan of Dana Hills, side by side. Noonan's teammate right there with him also, Hunter of Dana Hills, moving up to come close to them, and then Miller of South Torrance. And looking at that team score at the mile, we had West Torrance at 97, St. John Bosco 126, Burroughs 140, Redlands East Valley 153, Oak Park 158, Hart 166, and South Pass 175. And the senior group here coming down the hill. Zimmerman of Thousand Oaks, the Marmonte League champion, The Mt SAC Invitational ran 15:10. He was second in the sweepstakes race here. Our defending champion, Evan Noonan, and then his teammate right on the outside on his left shoulder there, Oliver Hunter, the junior from Dana Hills. And just a few steps back, Liam Miller of South Torrance, the Pioneer League champion. A little bit of a gap back to Quass from West Torrance. They're just about to hit the crossover. They were the fastest at the mile so far today, and they're going to be well under 8. And they go by at 7:56 at the crossover. Zion Ortiz of Burroughs in 6th there, trying to move up and close that gap.
Let's go, Frank. We're closing that gap, Frank. Let's go, Frank. Dig deep. Got a boy, Owen. Let's go, Elijah. You got to stick with this group, Elijah. Move up, buddy. Move up. Come on, Benzo. Get your head in. Let's go, Benzo. Let's go, Dom. Let's go, Dom. You got Elijah. Get up there with Elijah, Dom. Come on, Dallin! You gotta get up there with Dom, Dallin! You gotta get up there with Dom! Let's go, Emery! You gotta get up there
On to the back of Reservoir. The Dana Hills boys pushing the pace. Noonan and Hunter, but Zimmerman right there with them also. Miller hanging tough from South Torrance. He's dropped back about 10 meters, and looks like Noonan's picking it up. Noonan has always run the last mile of this course well. Last year, he was the fastest of anybody during the year, both the Invitational and in CIF, to run that last mile, so he's always run it well, and he is picking up the pace here. The defending state champion, both in track at 3,200 and in cross country, and he goes by at 9:54. That's the fastest time so far. Zimmerman, 9:55. Hunter, 9:55. Miller, 9:56. Then a gap of 9 seconds. Andrew Quast of West Torrance at 10:05. Zion Ortiz, 3 seconds back at 10:08 from Burroughs of Ridgecrest in 6th there. Then a little bit of a gap. Braulio Castillo of West Ranch, 11 seconds back. Frank Rodriguez, Redlands East Valley. Grant Jones, Oak Park. Hunter Lee of Moore Park. Michael Scarens of South Pass has moved up well. Moved up 12 spots between the mile and the 2 mile. Julio Lopez of Baldwin Park running in 12th, trying to make it as an individual today. Fastest time at the 2 miles so far today had been 10 flat, but Noonan took it at 9:54. And now Noonan pushing that up the hill. Remember our new course record, Griffin Cushion of Tesoro, 4:38.5. Now he ran 4:38 over that last mile. And now Noonan, though, over the top of the hill, over at 11:28 with 1K to go. Girls Division III, top 15 individuals, top 2 teams. Please report to the awards area. Girls Division III. And we got a great battle in the team scoring here in this boys Division III race. South Pasadena has taken over the lead at 114, but only 7 points ahead of Oak Park at 121. And then 3 points back to Hart at 130. Burroughs 1 point behind them at 131. West Torrance 148. Agoura 161. And St. John Bosco sitting in that 7th spot at 178. Coming on to the airstrip at 12:30. 12:30 on the clock. Evan Noonan. California defending champ at 3,200. 8:43 for 3,200 on the track last year. It's also run 4:04:02 for 1,600. And the defending champ here in this event and in the state meet in this division, his teammate running well in second, Oliver Hunter of Dana Hill. Zion Ortiz now has moved up. Then Quast. Castillo of West Ranch there has moved up well. And Scarence of South Pass. Into the gauntlet. Ortiz moving up on that group. That'll be a good battle. Zimmerman's in second. Then comes Hunter and Miller, and Ortiz starting to move. But onto the track, here he comes. Evan Noonan. 14:40 is our record. He came on right at 13:40. The defending state champ and the defending section champ. Here's the battle for second. Zimmerman in the green, Miller in the black, and Hunter in the blue and white. Ortiz in the bright green, don't count him out. They go down the backstretch, and Miller goes into second. Noonan with 200 to go. Miller starting to pick it up. Zimmerman, Hunter, and Ortiz. We're at 14:15. Quast comes on in the all-white in sixth. 14:38, is that record by Cushion. And here we go, coming down the home stretch here. Evan Noonan of Dana Hills on his way to his third Southern Section individual title. Evan Noonan, the senior of Dana Hills, 3-time Southern Section champ. Miller of South Torrance finishing strong in second. Ortiz has moved into fourth. Miller will go under 15 at 14:54. Zimmerman will go under 15 right at 59. Ortiz 15:01 and Hunter 15:03. Here comes Quast and Rodriguez. Souther of Canyon coming in the stretch. Nice finish. Scarence of South Pass. Looks like Jones of Oak Park. Looking for a team with 5 now. It's going to be a great team finish here. It is wide open. Burroughs, South Pass, Hart, all with 2 runners across the line. Dana Hills with 2 in the top 5. And still no team with 5 across the finish. And right here, maybe the team championship. All these places switching spots. Oh my. This is it right here. The lean may make the difference here. And Oak Park indeed is the first with 5 across. South Pass with 5. Hart with 5, Agoura with 5. It is wide open. Oak Park and South Pass and Hart all separated by just mere points here. Less than 10 separating all 3 of them. St. John Bosco with 5. And now West Torrance with 5. Burroughs with that good group right in the middle. Evan Noonan's official winning time, 14:42. Miller was 14:54, and Zimmerman 14:59. Zion Ortiz 15:02, and Hunter 15:03. And our scoring, our dynamic live scoring, right now Oak Park with a 7-point lead over South Pass, who has a 10-point lead over Hart, who has a 5-point lead over Burroughs. Looking at those individuals here, top 5 individuals on non-qualifying team for the state meet. So it looks like Miller of South Torrance and Castillo of West Ranch, Zimmerman of Thousand Oaks, Castillo of West Ranch, Souther of Canyon Country, and it looks like Haberstad of Yorba Linda will be our 5th. Team-wise, now looking more solid. Looks like everybody has their 5 scores. Looks like Oak Park is going to be our Division III boys champion. South Pass second at 116, Hart at 126, Burroughs 4th at 135, West Torrance 5th at 161, Agura 6th at 164, and Dana Hills looks like it's going to take that 7th spot at 202. St. John Bosco 219 and Redlands East Valley 237.
As an FYI, CIF media just came by and gave me a big thumbs up. So thank you everybody for all your efforts. We're making people happy.
Good talking, guys.
Hi, we're here with the Division III boys winner, CIF Finals champion, Evan Noonan. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Evan Noonan. I'm a senior at Dana Hills High School and just won CIF.
Awesome. What was your mentality going into this race?
I mean, honestly, same as last week. I wish I could have ran with Oliver for more of it. But there's definitely much better competitors in this race. They're all really great athletes and they were able to push me to my best today. So for me, mentality was just get on to the next level. I mean, worked hard today. Guys made it to state, which was great. And I'm just excited to perform even better next week.
Awesome. There was a really fast lead pack throughout the race. How did you separate yourself, and what move did you make to get yourself in the front?
Yeah, so the move I tend to make here is just push the hills. Like I know like everyone else's thing is push it downhill, but if you push those up hills, you break people instantly. And so I didn't do it on the first hill. I tried, but they stuck with me. So no, there's no real middle hill anymore. So made that turn from the reservoir hill and just pushed it. I mean, like I knew my legs were kind of cooked towards the top, but I kind of lost the sound of footsteps as I was running up. So I knew that strategy kind of worked out for me.
Our top
really had to push the downhill here. And then once I turn the corner, just make sure I keep a noticeable gap from second place in order to secure a 1 point for the team.
Awesome. And when you got on the track, what was going through your mind? What were you telling yourself as you were pushing to the finish?
Yeah, so the track is obviously finish. Anytime you're on the track, even if it's for mile, 2 mile, much quicker than running on grass or concrete. So I just kind of ingrained that in my mind to finish as fast as possible. Round of the turn, I heard my dad tell me, you know, you got it, you can get that record, go for it. So I was picking it up kind of on the back stretch in the turn. Just fell short. Griffin had a great day. But I mean, it is what it is. Today I wasn't trying to go out there and kill myself. I mean, I feel like I saved a lot of it till the end and then just like missed it right at the end. But yeah, definitely had a fun day. And yeah, I just wanted to finish here on the track and put on a good show for the team.
Last question. You have the journey going into Woodbridge, and you kind of took a little break there. Tell us about the break and tell us about coming back stronger. I mean, it was great to see you so strong, but tell us about that break and that journey.
Yeah, so I mean, I took a decent amount of time off because I had just been dealing with some really bad dietary issues. Didn't know at the time. Like, some of it was just, oh, maybe you didn't eat enough, or you just had a bad day, honestly. And so when it happened twice in a row, I really just I was really sad because I had tried to put a full effort forth for both races, and I just fell short because of something that I couldn't control. Well, I can control, but just didn't know about it at that time. So I had to take some time off to recoup mentally as well. I mean, those races beat me up pretty bad. I mean, like I had to spend time in the hospital after both of them with saline, IV, and all that stuff, and it was just a lot of time off running that I just honestly didn't need to deal with. So I just took some time off, focused. I went out and hung out with my friends for 5 days. Nothing related to running, no stretching, just full on mental and physical break. Then the goal was just to come back and crush it. I mean, last senior year, I wish this could have happened last year or some other time, but I mean, it's senior year and no point in going here, spending all that time preseason and just throwing it away because I had 2 bad races. So definitely just had to fix a couple of those things and get back here and do what I can for my team.
Anyone you want to thank for the end of your season?
Yeah, of course. I got to thank pretty much everyone I know. I mean, starting with my coaches, my dad and Coach Dunn. Coach Dunn was really there for me mentally, even though, I mean, some points it was just kind of, hey, keep your head up. Other times it was like, you can do this. I mean, like, you are one of, in his words, one of his most favorite athletes he's ever had. And so I'm not saying that to be cocky or anything, but he was really there to be nice for me and kind of push me up when I really needed it. My dad helps me so much with all the dietary stuff. I mean, he helped prepare the right foods for me. He kind of did research on what I need to drink, what I need to eat, what I need to eat, what to do to stay better, certain supplements and everything. So he's always helping me out. I owe it all to him, honestly. He's one of the only people that made me the reason I am here today. So obviously thanks to my mom. She's here, a great supporter. I love having her around. She's always a very happy voice for me to hear when I'm running around. And then my teammates were always there for me, even when I really needed it. During that downtime when they were all training, they were always reassuring me that it's okay. You'll get through it. You'll get hard. It's just a hurdle. And so coming out here and qualifying for state with those guys was just, it was awesome. I don't know what else I could have asked for from them. And then honestly, just every person here that comes to watch. I mean, the media crew, the announcers, the fans, everyone. I truly appreciate what all you guys do for me and really help me get through these races. So pretty much got to thank everyone I know.
All right, thank you so much. Evan Noonan, back to you guys.
Actually doing the 1-2 in the pacing chores there for Jay Serra. They're going to be a very condensed bubble here, but Maya DeBrouwer on the inside there, currently in third. She went 17:20 at the Clovis Invite a month ago, 17:38 here at the Mt SAC Invitational. So our young ladies here in Division 4 final coming through at 2:48 at the half mile. All the usual suspects there for the Lions of J. Sarah, Polay, Reese Hawley, Chloe Elbaz right up there front. Giorgio of Marlboro also in that front group along with DeBrouwer. Kaya Stredback of J. Sarah also up in that front group along with Madeline Nilo of Bishop Amont. So everybody in it right now as we're going to approach the mile mark here shortly. Looks like we got about 20 girls and about a 5-second bubble there up front. But Maya DeBrouwer, Elbaz, Polay, Reese Hawley, Giorgio Marlboro, and J. Sarah, 5 in the top 8. 5 in the top 8. We have them projected to have all 7 in the top 15 overall. So right now they should dominate the affair here in Division 4, seeking their 4th title. But we'll get them coming through here in the mile mark. Everybody right there, 5:43, 5:44, so about 2 seconds, 10 girls all right up there. Kerman of Harvard Westlake also in that front group. And J. Sarah with the first to come across with all 5 girls. So we had 12 girls in about 3 seconds apart there. Hannah Norris of Laguna Hills trying to go for an individual qualifying spot onto the state meet along with Caitlin Kraft of Covina. Kerman of Harvard Westlake, they come in ranked number 2. Naprialala of Oaks Christian along with Nilo of Bishop Amont. And everybody right up there as we expected here. That J. Sarah group of Elbaz, Hawley, Stredback, Polay, and Kroger. And they all came through under 2 seconds apart with their top 5. So DeBrouwer continuing to make some moves there. Elbaz matching them as they get to the very top of the switchbacks. If you look over to the east here, they're now going to start moving their way down. But Maya DeBrouwer again, 17:20 at the Clovis Invite, her top performance of the year last month. Elbaz and now Polay moving in and working her way right there, right next to DeBrouwer. So Polay and DeBrouwer are now working together. They're going to be coming down behind the stadium. And kind of right there with Elbaz. Those three have broken away from the group. DeBrouwer continuing to push the pace as we now go on towards the crossover, but Polay not backing off. Both going after the CIF Division IV individual title right now. But coming through that mile mark, we had Jay Serra at only 20 points as they came through the mile mark. Harvard Westlake, number 2 ranked. They come through at 84 points. Then you got Bishop Ammon, Laguna Beach, Big Bear, Palos Verdes, and Oaks Christian rounding out the top 7 through the mile mark. .922 at the crossover. DeBrouwer continuing to churn along. And this is very much what we saw at the Mt SAC Invitational last month when she went 17:38. So DeBrouwer continuing to expand her lead just a little bit there with Polay giving chase. Elbaz and Reese Hawley. Jay Serra with 5 in the top 10. We get all Division III. All Division III, if you finish in the top 15 individually and you were one of the top 2 teams, Division III boys and girls, if you could all please report to the awards stand. And you can see her on the screen there, our folks from HD Runners providing top-of-the-line coverage, absolutely spoiling us between finished results and their timing. And now HD Runners with their videotaping quality, it's just absolutely out of this world, definitely not what we're used to. And thank you folks for joining us here this morning. We got DeBrouwer continuing to expand her lead. It is now out to about 20 meters ahead of Polay. We'll be getting our times here in the 2-mile mark shortly. And so coming under 2 mile there, DeBrouwer at 11:39, 5 seconds ahead of Polay. Giorgio of Marlboro, 11:59, looking to split up that Jay Serra crew up front. Speaking of which, Hawley and Elbaz maintaining 4th and 5th, and Hannah Norse moving up 4 spots there in the middle of the course from Laguna Hills, trying to qualify as an individual. Kaya Stredbreck of Jay Serra giving the lines 4 in the top 7 at the 2-mile mark. Gia Harvard Westlake moving up very well, 12:18. Belen Santiago of Rosary in the top 10. Madeline Nilo of Bishop Ammon leading her crew. And now Harvard Westlake with their 5th runner coming across. But right now, as expected, everybody living up to the billings there. Jay Sarah and Harvard Westlake occupying those first 2 spots. Oaks Christian, they were runner-ups a year ago. And now, right now, currently in 3rd place. La Cañada with their 5th coming across. Palos Verdes.
Come on. Get 4, get 4, get 4. Start moving. Maddie, come on, Maddie. Go get Anne-Marie. Come on, Matt.
A great team battle here. It's going to come down to the wire this last mile with less than a mile to go, though. Jay Sarah at 23, Harvard Westlake at 78, Oaks Christian, and then you got a great battle there. Palos Verdes, La Cañada, Bishop Ammon, and Big Bear. Only 17 points separating those last 4 squads for the state meet. And Maya DeBrouwer, he was a heavy favorite coming in. And right now, continuing to expand her lead. She is on the airstrip. And Sophie Poulet from Jay Sarah now onto the airstrip. So Holly and Elbaz now moving up for Jay Sarah. So Jay Sarah right now going 2, 3, 4. Maddie Giorgio of Marlboro right now in 5th place with less than 600 meters to go. And DeBrouwer, she's approaching the track here. She is in the gauntlet, about 450 meters to go. And she's getting that much closer to her own Division 4 CIF individual title. There she is, folks. Get on your feet, bring her in. This is Maya DeBrouwer out of La Cañada High School. And DeBrouwer, very impressive here. Poulet, Hawley, Elbaz. So Jay Sarah, 3 in the top 4. Right now, all headlines and eyes on Maya DeBrouwer, La Cañada with 200 meters to go. She's at 16:54, 16:55. Maddie Giorgio of Marlboro going to be a top 5 finish, looking to qualify individually. But DeBrouwer of La Cañada, her friends from South Pasadena, right there towards the finish and able to cheer her in as they celebrate their own title. DeBrouwer now trying to bring this one home. And right there, looking at the finish there, Jay Sarah, they're looking to go under 25 points as a team, and that crew coming through. So Poulet coming in with 17:49, DeBrouwer at 17:55, Elbaz at 18:01, Giorgio Marlboro at 18:03, Hawley and Jay Sarah 18:07. Hannah Norse, she'll be moving on to the California State meet from Laguna Hills, 18:18. Kaya Stradback of J. Sarah coming through at 7. Belen Santiago of Rosary, she too will be moving on as an individual to the California State meet next weekend. J. Sarah coming through at 91.33 as a team time. They averaged 18.19 there. Palos Verdes finishing strong here. Mila Shiva and Kate Sherry. Ellie Kerman leading the way for Harvard Westlake. Emily Steinman of Corona Del Mar moving up to 14th place there over the last mile. So we're waiting for Harvard Westlake, Palos Verdes, all these squads coming across with their 5th runners. But J. Sarah, they indeed will have their 4th consecutive Division IV title here in the Southern section. And now Harvard Westlake with 5 coming across there. So we got 1 race remaining in the Division V boys. They're set to go off momentarily. And now Oaks Christian and La Cañada with their 5th runners coming across.
I'm here with the Division IV winner, CIF champs. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Sophie Pole, and I'm from J. Sarah Catholic.
Awesome, Sophie. So what was your mentality going into this race?
Going into this race, I was just super excited for this opportunity because it's been a while since I've raced Mt SAC. Even though they kind of changed the course, it's still really cool to come to this historic site and be able to race it.
Awesome. Let's describe your race a little bit. I know it was a tough race. You hung in there till the very end. What was your mentality kind of hanging in there throughout the whole race?
Yeah, I mean, just throughout the race, I was just trying to give it my best. Maya is such an amazing runner and competitor, so initially I was just trying to stick to her, but she did like this incredible push point in that 2nd mile, and I kind of lost contact, but I just kept believing in myself. I definitely didn't expect that finish, and yeah, no, a little stunned still.
Oh yeah, I mean, even coming around the track, Maya had that lead, but I mean, did you see her? I mean, did you see her slowing down? Did you feel like maybe I have a shot, like in that last 100-meter stretch?
You know, the entire race, I just kept repeating in my head, like, I can do this, I can do this. This year, we've worked on having those kind of positive affirmations, so I never gave up, but yeah, I mean, that was just a really crazy finish.
And what did you think, like your whole team mentality? I mean, you guys are really tight. Like, what was that whole team kind of strategy?
Yeah, our strength is that we are like a true team. We don't, as I say, we don't really have like a low stick or a superstar. So we do every single practice and workout together. So I think one of our strengths is just that we're genuinely really close, best of friends, and we all work for each other and push each other when someone's having kind of a rough day.
Is there anyone that you'd like to thank? I mean, this is such a big deal for you. You got the 1st place. Yeah, anyone you want to thank for this win?
Oh gosh, there's so many people I would want to thank who have helped get me here. But I think like a standout in my mind right now is just my coach Chase. He really just pushes us to be our best, and he always believes in us. He has the best pep talk. So yeah, I am here because of my coach, and yeah, I owe a lot of my success to him.
So thoughts going into state and probably maybe NXN?
Yeah, I mean, we're just super excited for this opportunity to race. Obviously, we went to NXN last year, and kind of our biggest biggest goal the whole season is to make it back. And there's so many just incredibly talented teams in California. So we definitely have a challenge up ahead of us. But I know that we're super motivated, we're super hungry, and we're just going to give it our best next week.
Okay, thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
Just recall it again.
I want everybody to be very, very careful at the start. Go ahead and reach out one hand
distance. One arm's-length distance between yourself and the person in front of you. Let me see that arm going out. Give yourself some distance, okay? Good luck, guys. On your mark.
And we've got one more race to run. This will be a great boys Division 5 featuring our defending state champion, two-time Southern section champion, Ian Turk, the senior from Woodcrest Christian, and he is out well. Turk taking that pace out well. Theo Udosani, the senior from Wildwood, 3 times the Coastal League champion, underway. Turk beat him one better. He was the league champion, South Valley League champ 4 times in high school. This is his senior year, and he is taking the pace out well. And now our boys making their way through the Valley Loop, coming up to the 800-meter mark, and they're out well. It's a great field for Division 5 or any division. 2:17 through the first 800, so we are out quick. That's Finn Babbitt, Santa Fe League champ all 4 years while he was in high school, and he is leading that chase group now. And O'Connor now moving up with Babbitt. Ollie O'Connor, the junior from Viewpoint, a great meet at the Invitational this year at Mt SAC. In the Invitational, he was the Division 5 sweepstakes champion, ran 15:02. He's the Gold Coast League champion this year, and he moves up with Babbitt, and they are still chasing Turk. Udelson knee right with him. And just now about to make that U-turn on the Valley Loop at 1,200 meters, Ian Turk. And Turk has about a 15-meter. Looks like Ollie O'Connor now has taken over the mantle of leading that chase group. Turk's the senior from Woodcrest Christian, O'Connor junior from Viewpoint. Turk 8:54 for 3,200 meters on the track last year. And out to try to win his 3rd straight Southern Section Division 5 championship. And it looks like Trent Williams, the senior from Malibu, he is in that group of 4 chasing after Turk. And he will indeed be the fastest through the first mile of all the boys' races today. He comes by at 4:45. That is the fastest first mile. It's like O'Connor, Ulsani, Babbitt, and Williams. Wenheim, Mansbridge, Tobin, Pulsper, and Wadra. And good team battle here. St. Margaret's will go through the first with 5. So St. Margaret's right around 50 points. Ontario Christian about 20 back. About 15 backs to Viewpoint and Flint Ridge Prep. And then about 30 points back to Campbell Hall, Xavier Prep, Providence, Silver Creek, and Hawthorne Math and Science. But it looks like St. Margaret's out well. And now making that big turn, heading on the half-mile downhill to the crossover. Ian Turk of Woodcrest Christian, Ollie O'Connor, Ben Babbitt, Trent Williams running in 5th. Looks like Udalsani in 2nd, so we go our leader, Ian Turk, then Ollie O'Connor, Udalsani, Ben Babbitt, and then Williams of Malibu. And Turk behind the stadium, that gap about 20 meters now. And O'Connor breaking a little bit away from Udalsani and Babbitt. A little bit of a gap back to Williams. That's the top 5. And those 5 quite a bit away from the rest of the group. It's like Neville Viewpoint moving up, leading that chase group. And Ollie O'Connor now closing that gap a bit on Turk. Said this is an outstanding field of individuals here in Division 5. Turk will make the turn under 8 minutes, 7:58. That's very quick. O'Connor in 2nd. O'Connor ran a great last mile at the Invitational this year. Turk and O'Connor, 1-2. Udalsani and Finn Babbitt. Final call for D3 boys and D5 girls. Report to the awards area, please. Trent Williams of Malibu.
Let's go, Viewpoint. Track him down. You're narrowing in.
Wynham of Desert Christian moving into 6th here. Looks like St. Margaret's, though, solidly in control at the halfway. And Turk in control of the individual. And Margaret's indeed the first team with 5 at the crossover. We have Evan Noonan and Oliver Hunter from Day Hills. Please report to the awards area, please. And now Turk goes by the 2 mile under 10, 9:59, but just 5 seconds back at 10:04. Ollie O'Connor of Viewpoint. Oodleson Nee of Wildwood goes by at 10:11. Finn Babbitt at 10:15. So very quick, those first 4 through the 2 mile mark. And Windheim of Desert Christian goes by 5th at 10:36. And now heading up Reservoir Hill for the last time in his high school career. Ian Turk of Woodcrest Christian holding on to that lead over Ollie O'Connor of Viewpoint. Oodleson Nee and Babbitt running very well in 3 and 4. And Viewpoint will be the first with 5 runners through at the 2 mile. St. Margaret's with 5. And Turk now going over the hill. Just 1 kilometer to go. He's on his way down Reservoir. O'Connor goes over the top in second. Looking at the team scoring, Viewpoint, Flint Ridge Prep, St. Margaret's, Ontario Christian, Thatcher, and Xavier College Prep. That were our first 6 teams through the 2 mile. And only the first 6 teams in Division 5 get an automatic berth to the state meet here. And O'Connor keeping that gap. Turk looks good coming down the saddle, but O'Connor staying about, looks to be 6 or 7 seconds behind, and Turk just about to come onto the airstrip. And he does come onto the airstrip as the leader at 2:36. Less than a half mile to go. And O'Connor comes onto the airstrip in second. That gap is just about 9 seconds now. Oodleson Nee onto the airstrip in third, and Finn Babbitt in fourth. And on to the track for the final time, Ian Turk, the senior from Woodcrest Christian. He comes on at 13:50. Ollie O'Connor running great. He's under 14 onto the track. They're 1-2. They have separated a large gap over 3, 4, and 5 on the backstretch. Turk and O'Connor, the senior and the junior. Oodleson Nee will come on the track in third. Babbitt will come on in fourth, and Turk has 200 to go. This will be a new Division 5 record, which will stand for quite some time. Here he comes, his final time. He was second in this race as a freshman. He won it as a sophomore. He won it as a junior, and he is on his way to winning a third one. Here he comes. Ian Turk of Woodcrest Christian will once again be the Southern Section champion and will go into the state meet to defend his individual championship there next week, 14:54. O'Connor, another great effort. The junior goes 15:02 again. Ulsani into the home stretch, and Finn Babbitt. And Mahadi Winheim of Desert Christian on the backstretch in 5th, but coming home here, Theo Ulsani, the senior from Wildwood. He's going to get that 3rd. Finn Babbitt going on to the state meet, 4-time Santa Fe League champ, will finish 4th here. And nice finish for Declan Mansbridge of Flint Ridge Prep. Zach Causey of St. Margaret's 7th. Henry Virtue of Providence and his teammate Greenwich go 8th and 9th. Leone of Mary Star of the Sea, 10th. Pulsiper of Silver Valley, Wadra of St. Margaret's, Majors in 13th. Neville in 14th.
What division is this?
5.
Starting in 5. I'm here with the Division 5 CIF Final Champion. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Ian Turk. I'm out from Woodcrest Christian.
Awesome. Can you let me know your mentality going into the race?
It's kind of just get out hard, and then lead, and just go ahead and win it.
Awesome. And then can we break down your race a little bit? You know, there was a pack for most of the race. How did you separate yourself from the pack, and at what point in the race did you do that? What was your mentality doing that?
I separated from the pack when I got to switchback. I normally use hills to separate myself from groups, so I was kind of just telling myself, once you hit the hill, try to put that gap down.
And so, how does it feel to win CIF Finals? Do you feel accomplished? And what's your mentality going into state?
I feel accomplished with how I did. I'm very thankful for this opportunity from my Lord and Savior who gave me this gift, and kind of just to go out, similar thing, and just go kill it at state to win it.
And is there anybody that you'd like to thank for this cross-country season?
I kind of want to thank my parents who have always been supportive, as well as my teammates and coaches who have also been supportive and also pushed me to be the best version of myself. I want to thank my Lord and Savior. I couldn't have done it without him. He's been a blessing throughout my whole life. And then I kind of want to thank Oliver Olwell. He did pretty well this race. He definitely gave me a push.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and right back to you in the live.
And as our top 15 individuals in boys Division III take their photo opportunity, this is an outstanding D5 boys race. Looks like Viewpoint's going to be our Division V champions. St. Margaret's second at 104. Flint Ridge Prep at 133. Thatcher 141. In fifth, Ontario Christian at 116, at 186. And right now, for the sixth and final spot, we have Windward and Campbell Hall both at 214. Brentwood at 215. Right now, it would look like Windward's sixth man. We'll wait for the official wording. But in sixth place, Windward, 214. Campbell, 214. Brentwood, 215. Providence, 217. And in looking at that final qualifying spot here, Windward's sixth man at 110th place, Campbell Hall's sixth man at 115th place. So it looks like Windward is on to the state meet. That's again, we'll have to wait for the official, but it looks like there. And that race goes in sixth place, Windward 214, Campbell Hall 214, Brentwood 215, Providence 217.